Okay, excellent. Okay, let's hope third time's the charm. Jenna and Susan, you're there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And Mark?
Yes.
All right, I'm handing over the chair.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name's Kim Harrison. I'm a member of the board, and I'm going to be chairing this hearing. I'm going to start with introductions, and around the board, the three board members, we are all in the office in Winnipeg with Tom, the hearing officer. So I'm going to start with introductions with who's here, and I'll start with Sun Yang.
My name is Sun Yang Liu, board member.
John Hellier, board member. And I'm Tom Phonic. I'm the hearing officer this morning.
And can I have the department introduce themselves next?
Yeah, I'm Suzanne Morley. I'm a EIA counselor here at Access River East. I'm Mark's EIA counselor.
Okay.
And I'm Jenna Finn. I'm the program manager at Access River East.
Thank you, Jenna and Suzanne. Susan or Suzanne, sorry?
Suzanne.
Suzanne. Okay, and Mark, can you please introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, I'm Mark Simpson. I'm the victim of this tyranny.
You're the appellant today, Mark? Okay, perfect. So just to let everybody know that the hearing is fairly informal, and that's so everyone can feel comfortable. Us panel members are not employees of the Department of Families. We represent a cross-section of Manitobans. We're appointed directly by the Lieutenant Governor to sit on this board, and that's to ensure that you get a fair and impartial hearing today, Mark. Mark, you have your hearing package in front of you, I'm assuming?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know that this is an opportunity for you to present your case specifically relating to this appeal. The department is also going to be provided with the same opportunity to elaborate on the reasons for their decision. Following questions of board members will have, you may have questions of each other, and so everybody will have an opportunity to ask their questions and get answered to the best of all abilities. Tom's in the room. He's going to be taking notes for our internal use, and he may also have questions. Just to let everybody know that our decisions are based on the written information we all have in front of us, the verbal information we're about to hear, as well as legislation and regulations. Our decisions are made in private immediately following the hearing, and a decision letter with the order of the appeal board as well as the reasons for our decision will be sent out from this office within 15 days. So I'm going to clarify why we're here. Mark, you appealed that the Department of Employment and Income Assistance has denied you disability benefits, and you received a letter advising you of that decision on March 3rd of this year.
That's correct.
So, to let you know, Mark, this is your hearing, so you have the opportunity to present your case first, if you'd like, or would you like the department to present first and then you go after them?
Let's let them go first.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, Suzanne or Jan, who's going to be speaking?
Yeah, this is Suzanne. How is my voice? Can you hear me okay?
Yep, we can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, no problem. So Mark had applied for disability eligibility. His medical submission documents were received and adjudicated in February of this year, 2026. He was found ineligible for our department's disability program, being the medical barriers to full-time employment disability program, as well as our Manitoba support for persons with disability program. We did notify him of the denial in writing by mail. Again, those letters, 2 letters mailed to him on March the 3rd, were sent out notifying of the denial. I had also spoken to Mark the following day on March the 4th, and we had a telephone conversation, so I also notified him in person on the phone that day about the denial, and we discussed it that day as well. So adjudication did provide some feedback and justification for the denial of disability. I just wanted to take a few moments to review some of the details and the justification that was provided by adjudication in this case. So adjudication had noted that the medical information and the objective reports that were provided regarding Mark's health conditions were not sufficient to confirm that his symptom severity and frequency would prevent him from all forms of employment and for a period of 1 year or longer. Adjudication also noted that while it's unlikely that Mark could return to his construction or carpentry trade with the injury as reported, that the injury should not prevent all forms of employment. Adjudication referenced a pain clinic that was submitted with his disability package. It was dated 2015. It was a post-shoulder injury report, and that report indicated that Mark at that time was restricted to lifting more than 10 pounds or restricted to over-the-shoulder activities.
Correction, I was restricted to not lift more than 10 pounds.
Mark, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt. You have to wait, please, with no interruptions. If you need to take notes, feel free, but we'll get to you, okay? But you can't interrupt during the presentation.
Well, then you have to be accurate with your report.
Mark, you can't interrupt during the presentations. You need to let her speak. You can take a note and respond after, please. Thank you. Go ahead, Suzanne.
Yes, and not lifting more than 10 pounds.
See?
As well as over-the-shoulder activities. A recommendation was made by adjudication for Mark to engage in lighter duty sedentary employment in his job search. So the department also has an opportunity for what's called a reconsideration with disability applications. So generally speaking, reconsideration, if there was any new or updated medical information or doctor assessments as examples, specialist reports, lab results, or if someone's health conditions had deteriorated or changed, then the department offers the opportunity for a reconsideration. So when I'd spoken to Mark on March the 4th during our telephone conversation, I did let him know that was an option for the reconsideration, and we discussed that. And he felt that he didn't feel the need to submit any additional medical information at that time or that it was required. He felt that himself and his doctor had made an adequate submission for disability eligibility, and he wished at that time, he said, to move forward with appealing the decision. Mark's work expectations are also currently deferred or waived. So when we received the disability impact assessment and his medical documents, which were reviewed again back in February, I had waived his work expectations. I put a review date of 6 months at that time. That gets us to a review date of approximately July this summer, July 2026. And that's the allowed time for him to continue and treat and stabilize his situation. Now, Mark talks about having multiple stressors, like financial, personal, and family, that kind of compounds his health conditions. So the time with the work deferral is to continue to treat and stabilize his health situation. That can go both ways. If he's feeling ready to move towards employment prior to July, we certainly can, assist with that, help develop a supportive employment plan. If not, then July is kind of a next review to check in, see how his health's doing, his situation, and make some next steps from there. So Jenna, I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add.
Nope, that's good right now.
Okay, that concludes your presentation for now, Suzanne?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Mark.
I applied for this program in 2017 because I was unable to make any money with the restrictions of not lifting more than 10 pounds and not doing any overhead activities. And I've been on those restrictions since I broke my shoulder at work and was fired from my job. And this social services department abused me then as they abuse me now. They lied to me. They falsely accused me. They tell me that I should be working and that I need to be working. And they tell me where I should work and when I should work. But yet, last September, which is 9 months ago now, my doctor, Dr. Alan Kimballman, he's been my family doctor since I was 14, said, and I quote, and also stated it on your forms, that I'm no longer able to work. I am disabled. In the doctor's report, in section 5.2, the question says, does the applicant have a health condition diagnosis or disability that prevents them from engaging in any forms of employment? The answer was yes. In section 5.3, if yes to section 5.2, when is the earliest the applicant could improve to a level that they will start to return to work? 12 months or more. If checked 12 months or more, when would you recommend the application? 2 years. So my doctor said, yes, it's going to take more than 12 months and it's going to be more than 2 years. I also had a specialist that I saw who agreed with the doctor's recommendation that I not work until I get aggressive physiotherapy and or surgery for my shoulder. So we're 11 years after the accident. I haven't received any benefits. I haven't received any medical benefits, no prescription drugs, no physiotherapy, no income support, no disability support, and that's where we're sitting at now. So the fact that they used a physiotherapist report in 2015, not to mention my family doctor or the physio or the shoulder specialist that I've seen in the last year, to deny my claim is unacceptable, and I demand my full claim with full benefits for disability from dating back to September when my doctor first put me on disability. I did request a letter from my doctor confirming these facts last Monday. He hasn't written the letter yet, but I'm sure he will. It took me 30 days to get into an appointment with my doctor, and sometimes it takes him 2 weeks to get a letter or anything done because he's so busy. So that's all I have to say. My doctor put me on disability. The province denied me. They abused me. They discriminate against me, and it continues to this day with this hearing. I've sent you numerous examples of this department abusing me. I've recorded them numerous times, and I will continue to do it until I get my full benefits that my doctor put me on, 9 months ago.
Okay, thank you, Mark. We're going to open it up to board questions right now, and I'll start with Sanyang.
Okay, so I have a question for Mark. You got your shoulder surgery in 2015, and I saw you got a doctor letter 2025, but between this 10 years, 15 to 25, did you see doctor or you got any treatment? Anything? You do have medical documents?
I can't understand the question. Did I have any doctors between 15 and 25? I don't understand. What is the question? That's the question? I saw 3 doctors when this happened in 2015 all the way up to 17. Yeah, a walk-in clinic doctor and two Pan Am clinic doctors. I've had an X-ray at the Pan Am clinic, and the Pan Am doctor sent me to physiotherapy, which hurt, very painful. I went for 3 or 4 sessions, and then workers' compensation denied my claim and refused to pay for any more physiotherapy. I also am in the middle of appeal for workers' compensation as well. Did I have any disability before? No. No. The only source of income I have is EI, employment insurance. And it took me 9 years to get, because they denied me in 2017, and they denied me 3 times in 2025. I had to appeal every decision they've made for the last 9 months.
So now I have a question for the department. On page 30, the doctor marked, I was not able to work for longer. And need a reassessment in 2 years. So what do you think about it?
And it's going to go to that page, page 30. Yes, so Mark mentioned that the section 5.1 and 5.2 is what you're referring to, yes. So in the case of adjudication, they are looking at the response of the healthcare provider, and they have checked off the box, the 12 months or more. They're looking for additional supporting information throughout the rest of the package, the disability impact assessment, and that was the feedback of the adjudication, is that there wasn't any supporting or additional details about your symptom severity and frequency and how that impacted him to further verify, if you were to get able to work and if you have for that period of 1 year or longer.
So on the page 41 to 43, so that adds recommended the mark to see a skill physiotherapy for significant relief and functional improvement. So this happened October 30, 2025. So what do you think about this?
And I just want to make sure I'm understanding your question. You had mentioned you're talking about a report from 2025 in October,
Yeah.
and that it was recommending the physiotherapy. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and I actually, when I spoke with Mark on 4th of March, we discussed a little bit about physiotherapy, and he expressed concern that he would not have the financial means to cover physiotherapy. We did speak about hospital physiotherapy, and I did let him know that he could speak with his family doctor or his referring doctor that's referring him for physio, to see if the doctor can refer him to hospital physiotherapy, because if he is not eligible for that, it will be covered under Manitoba Health. Mark made, in that report, talked about surgery as an option for him. So if he is attending a waiver surgery, it could be an option that he's eligible for hospital physiotherapy, and that will be then covered for Manitoba under Manitoba Health.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So,
Okay, questions, John?
Yeah, Mark?
Yeah.
So, what happened to the MWCB claim? Is it still ongoing, or?
Yeah, it's an appeal. I have my
Still
meeting.
appeal?
I have my appeal hearing after this. We're waiting to schedule it to find out the results of this.
So, you're still, it's under consideration right now?
Correct. Under the Appeals Commission, same as you. Is that not correct?
I wouldn't know, but, they're gonna make a decision when?
My hearing is after this. I wasn't going to schedule it before.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
And if you need my claim number, it's 15073604.
Thank you.
Yep.
And what kind of grade level do you have?
I have 2 college degrees.
In what subjects?
Graphic design and advanced multimedia design.
Have you ever worked in that field?
I worked in that field for 25 years. I use it every day.
So are you working now?
No, I'm unemployed due to my injury.
You can't do that kind of stuff with your injury.
No, I can't do anything. I can't even get out of bed in the morning. My shoulder was never fixed, and it's falling off my body. Walking to the store is difficult at this point. I'm absolutely handicapped. Manitoba has a 4-year waiting list for surgery. You tell me. Yep. Haven't even met the surgeon or talked to him yet. Specialist recommended me, as you can see, at the end of last year, and it's a 4-year waiting list for shoulder, knee, or hip surgery in Manitoba. Yep, thank you.
There wasn't any applications for disability, and he was applying for financial eligibility at that time.
You've given them till July deferral. Are you looking at training or any kind of options like that?
I mean, certainly that's something that can be discussed at any time. The July is just a review date. If the recommendation adjudication, to find that lighter, more sedentary work, right? That is something that we could do in terms of supportive planning. As Mark indicates, he's feeling right now he's unable to work.
Not feeling, that's what the doctor said. Don't tell me I'm feeling that way.
You cannot interrupt and explain that once before, okay? Please respect the rules.
Please respect me.
Yeah, so that's where the work deferral is there. It's to allow additional time. Certainly those options are there when the time comes where he's feeling ready. If that's not before July, then that's okay. And come July, it's just the next opportunity to really just check back in with Mark, see where he's at, see how his health is, and what the next steps are. Certainly at any time when, for someone who's looking to modify and reframe what kind of work they're able to do, then there's opportunities and programming out there that, we can look at. But for right now, this is a deferral for him to really just treat and stabilize his health.
Have you ever told Mark to apply for Canada Pension Disability?
There was some discussion. I don't know, that might be better, something he can answer where he's at with that. I know he has, the answer is yes. I know he was considering it. I don't know where he would be in the process as of right now.
Mark, have you applied for Canada Pension Disability?
When I was first put on disability, I went to the counselor at the Elmwood Community Center, and she had recommended that. But I'm in the prime of my life. I don't want to be retiring at 47. So plus, if I get surgery and what do you call it, and the physiotherapy before and after, there's a good an 80% chance I might be back to 100%. So I don't know.
Mark,
I'm not sure.
you paid into the plan when you were working.
Yeah, well, I also paid into this plan for the last 35 years.
Anyway, you can apply, and as you become employable, you can go off the program.
Yep.
They don't tell you have to stay on the program.
Understandable. Same with this. I paid into this program my whole. Sorry.
The difference is this program, the program you paid into, you're eligible to apply and get the benefits. And if you become successful, then if you need more support, then we would come the EIA would look at it. So it's probably beneficial for you to do that, but up to you.
Yeah, you know what? One battle at a time. Okay. This program's been denying me since 2017, despite what they say. They called me and they falsely accused me of having bank accounts and businesses. They demand that my elderly parents with dementia pay for my injury, which they have been for the last 10 years. My father died last year, which was the final straw for me. I couldn't take care of my mother and 2 homes with a broken arm, with no way to support myself. So, one battle at a time. This one is a pretty clear-cut case of my doctor put me on disability last September 12th, and now we're past April 12th, and I still haven't received any. The EI that they're graciously giving me $1,000 a month comes straight off my mortgage. They're putting a lien on my home. So not only did I get hurt at work, now I'm disabled. Now the government is putting a lien on my home so I can live, so I can eat, so I can be on this, so I can pay for this phone to talk to you right now.
It's Kim. I have a couple of questions for the department first. I want to just clarify, you make a lot of reference to the adjudication team, and us board members are familiar with that, but who is the adjudication team that adjudicated this case? Who are they? What do they consist of?
Well, the adjudication team is a group of people with medical backgrounds that review all of the disability impact assessments that are submitted for the department. And then what they do is they adjudicate through. So they go through the entire medical, and then they send us through recommendations. And then as the program managers, we review then to determine the final decisions for eligibility. So they're providing their medical background in order for us to make a thorough assessment.
Okay, thank you so much. So Mark,
Yeah.
I want to talk about your package that you sent, some of the documents that are on the package, and specifically I'm referring to your physiotherapy report dated October 2025. So I'm looking at page 42.
Yeah.
If you want to, and I know you clarified some of this earlier, but you indicated that you tried physio a few times, but it was too painful.
No, I went to physiotherapy all the times that they would allow me to, which was workers' comp at the time, and it was very painful. And the reason I couldn't continue going to physiotherapy is because they denied my workers' comp claim and refused to pay for it.
So look at the letter that's in our package dated October 2025 on page 42.
Yep.
We talk about they did a referral to a physiotherapist. They said that we provided a prescription and a set of recommendations and referred to the shoulder surgeon.
Correct.
How long have you been on that wait list for surgery?
Well, that was October 2025. So since then.
Just then. So just okay.
Yep.
So you're nowhere near the 4 years.
No.
Okay. What about the prescription? They said they provided you a prescription.
Correct.
But I think you mentioned somewhere that you would prefer to use cannabis or pain management instead of the prescription.
No, the prescription was for physiotherapy.
Oh, I see. Pardon me. Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't take pharmaceutical drugs because 1, I can't afford them. 2, not workers' comp, not the province of Manitoba or anybody else has ever paid for them. So I've had to go 11 years without any sort of medical coverage.
Well, you're on medical. Your current benefits under EIA. You're on the general assistance category. That covers medical coverage.
Yeah, well, I got a medical prescription for cannabis from my doctor 10 years ago, and.
All right, you might not do that. Okay, so tell me what your daily pain level is like today.
Today I had to go to the lawyers yesterday, which is it's a 3-hour bus ride to Osborne Village and back, and my pain level's at like a 9. I couldn't sleep.
Specifically just today, I mean, like in life in general right now, what's your pain level like? Tell us what your day's like.
I've explained it all in my documentation. I have
I want you to explain it at the hearing.
Yeah. Some days I can't even get out of bed.
Okay.
If I do any physical activity, my doctor says I'm 20 pounds overweight, so I've been walking But I could only walk 5, 10, 15 minutes, where 4 years ago I could walk an hour. 2 years ago I could walk half an hour. Now I could walk 10 minutes. And I can't mow my lawn. I can't shovel my snow. I can't do anything that I need to be doing to take care of myself or my mother, who is 76 years old with dementia. And that's where I'm at. I'm disabled, and the pain is crippling. So, no physiotherapy, no medical, nothing. And I'm supposed to do what? Like, I'm out of options here until I get some physiotherapy and some surgery.
Okay, just going to wrap up questions, and then we're going to ask for any closing statements, Mark. So I'm going to start with my board members. Do either of you have any further questions? Okay, I don't have any further questions at all. So at this time, before I close the hearing, I'm going to ask for both parties to provide closing statements. I'll start with the department, and then I'll get you to give a closing statement, Mark.
Yep.
So, Suzanne, could you have any closing statements?
Yes, I just wanted to touch on something that had come up with the prescriptions. If it was mentioned by the board that under employment income assistance, if there is a prescription, whether it be for pain, for physical, mental health, whatever that prescription is, it is important to know that you do have coverage through our EIA drugs plan. I did send Mark a letter on, it's included in the appeal report on page 14, March the 3rd. I just wanted to be clear with that he could take his 6-digit case number to his pharmacy and fill a prescription. So, that's certainly something to talk about with any your prescribing doctor to see if there's any additional treatment plans that could be of benefit to you. And of course, that's an assessment and a conversation with the doctor. But I just wanted to be clear on that. As well as one other thing with the CPP disability applications, I also just wanted to suggest our department has our support for independence. We have a department that will help complete those applications and go through the process, because it can feel pretty daunting. Like I said, one battle at a time, but it is something where they can help every step of the way with that process for completing a CPP disability application.
Okay, thank you, Suzanne. Okay, Mark, any final closing statements you have to leave us with?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Sure.
When I was hurt in 2015, I was making around $38,000, okay? I was immediately fired the next day because I was hurt, and you can't, the company wouldn't have anybody hurt on their crew. The following year, in 2016, I made a total income of $344. In 2017, when I applied for EIA, I made a total of $5,000, and so on and so forth. I provide all of the documents. In 2018, I made $1,600. In 2019, I made $5,000, and so on and so forth. So I've been living on dirt since I hurt myself at work. I've come to the province. They've denied every claim I've ever made, including this one. I've been to my doctors repeatedly. After my injury, I went for back and forth between the Pan Am doctors and the physiotherapy for almost 2 years, and they denied my claim. They paid me 2 weeks benefits, and they said I wasn't covered after 2 weeks. Finally, I get in front of my doctor because my father had passed away last November, and the year before that I've been taking care of him. He had Alzheimer's, dementia. He died alone in the hospital in the hallway. I couldn't have him in my home. He couldn't get up the stairs. My mom couldn't have him in their home. And I've been struggling. I was struggling to get to the hospital and back every couple of days to be with him. And as a result of that, he passed away, right? And when I went to EIA services, right after my doctor put me on disability, they falsely accused me of having businesses and bank accounts and hidden money, and they told me that my elderly parents should continue paying for me since they've been helping me since 2015. And well, I told them my father is dead, and they scoffed at me and they laughed at me. And I sent you a recording of our last meeting that they had with me. And now it's 9 months later. I've gotten EIA, but it's coming off the mortgage of my home. I haven't gotten any back pay. I haven't gotten any, like I appealed them denying me EIA since 2017, and I got that appeal was denied by your board. They said time was passed. You can't appeal getting EIA for that long, whatever. And now I'm at this stage where you're holding another appeal for my disability when it clearly states that I cannot work for more than 2 years. My doctor said he would review it every year until we get the surgery, and that's my case.
Okay, very well. Thank you so much. So with that, I'm going to close the hearing. I'm going to declare the hearing closed, and just to remind you that I mentioned at the beginning, you'll receive the board's order with the reasons for our decision that will leave this office within 15 days. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.